Hey guys, it is me, 80 Swords. Guys, today guys, we'll be doing a player. We'll discuss about an individual player from Barcelona, and that is Memphis Depay. And today I'll be discussing whether or not he has been a disappointment or not. That's really the question. I want you guys to answer in the comment section below. So I want to give you guys my perspective. We'll be looking at the heat map right here. We'll be looking at the statistics. We'll be looking at the big chances he missed. We'll be looking at some of the games he has played, and really dive deep into the main problem with Depay. Because I feel like for me, guys, there is an issue with Depay, and we'll be getting to that in today's video. So before we get started with this video, guys, I would love if you guys could subscribe to the channel and comment down below and like and hit the notification on for all videos. Remember, guys, I do take the time on my life to read your comments. I do take the time on my life to reply to your comments as well. And remember, guys, your support does really mean a lot for this channel, guys. Remember, guys, without you guys, I wouldn't be able to create these kind of videos on a regular basis. And remember, guys, my goal for this channel is to get 500 subscribers. And I promise, guys, once I get 500 subscribers, I will be doing a lot of cool stuff on this channel that many of your other channels probably won't be doing. So obviously, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but I'm going to keep that a secret. So once we get 500 subscribers, guys, I will be doing a lot of cool stuff that a lot of other channels won't be doing. So if you guys really want to know about that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're at 425 as of today, and I would really love it if you guys would subscribe. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So my thing about Depay is this. You look at the position map here. He's been playing as a left wing and a striker as attacking mid. And let me explain why he cannot be a left winger. Okay. Well, one of the reasons why he can't be a left winger is because he just can't, we don't really have anyone of the striker position. And let me explain. We have 4 to 5 strikers, you could argue. You have Sergio Aguero, who is likely to not play for us anymore for this season, and obviously I already made a video discussing about this. If you want to really know, I already made a video, so you guys can check that out. And then we also have another player as in Luke Deyoung, who's basically here for he basically got here because of Koeman, and we obviously know Koeman is no longer with us. So we can't even we can't really rely upon him. He only came in for crossing the ball in the box, and obviously that is completely anti-Barcelona DNA. So he obviously won't be able to accommodate himself here. And then obviously you have Martin Braithwaite, who's currently out injured, and then you also have Ansu Fati, who's currently out injured as well. So you see where I'm coming at, right? We don't really have anyone for the striker position, and that for me is the biggest problem with this team, is that you see how we lack a striker. And some would say last season we also lacked a striker, but we had Messi, who basically did the striker position for us last season, but we don't have Messi anymore. That's the thing, you know? And that's my issue, is that we don't have anyone that could consistently score goals for us on a regular basis. And I understand that people say you can't really expect Depay to pull up Messi numbers. You can't really expect Depay to pull off 20 goals or 20 assists, that kind of thing, which I can understand. I can understand that it's not realistic, and I completely understand. But still, with the way he's been playing, with the performances he has shown, with the way he's been patchy, it's not really been that great. And that's my issue. And look at the heat map in particular to the right of your screen, guys. You see how much Depay has been on the left wing. You see how much Depay has been on the left wing. He's hardly been in the middle, hardly been on the right. And that is something that is a huge issue for us. Because there's not many players in the world that is a great goal scorer from the left wing or right wing. There's not many players like that. Very few. And if they are players, most of the time, they're inside forwards. You know, for example, Mohamed Salah is one great example, you know. Then you also have Sadio Mane, you know, that's also a very good example. I know he's not that great anymore as he used to be, but he used to be really good, you know. Then you also have Mbappe as well. You know, you could also have, you know, Di Maria as well, etc. You get the point, guys. Memphis Depay, for me, he isn't that kind of player as what I mentioned. He isn't really an inside forward, in my opinion. And that's my issue with Memphis Depay, is that he has to be our goal scorer. He really needs to be our goal scorer, because I'm telling you this right now, guys. If we can't get him as a goal scorer, it's going to be a really difficult season for us in the goal scoring position. Because we've seen Barcelona games so far this season, especially under Xavi Hernandez. Barcelona played really well, but just can't put the ball in the back of the net. And that's something that really matters in the day, guys. And that if you cannot outscore your opponent, you lose matches. That's just a simple gist. It doesn't matter about having more possession. It doesn't matter about creating more chances. It doesn't matter about getting more opportunities. You just have to put the ball in the back of the net. And we have seen this many times. We have seen the underdogs, teams that have very few shots, very few on target, and still win the game. For example, look what happened against Granada. We lost at home to Granada when they had basically 2 shots on target and 2 shots overall. We had like 10 shots, I believe, and 12 shots and 10 shots on target, I think, and we lost the game. That's just the simple reality of the game, is that you have to be consistent in front of goal. Okay, so you look at the total matches he's played in. Now I'm going to make this a little bigger. I know it's a little small, so let me make this a little bigger here. He has played 14 matches. He has started 14. His minutes per game has been 90. Team of the week format. Okay, goals, 8 goals. Okay, and here this one next, guys. Scoring frequency 157 minutes. That's very bad. So that just tells you guys that when you hear that kind of thing, it's basically a goal in every match. It's basically a goal in every match, which is a goal in every 2 matches, essentially, which is not very good. Goals per game, 0.6. Shots per game, 3.1. And look at this, guys, right here. Hear this one out. Shots on target per game, 1.9. Big chances missed, 9. He's missed big chances, 9 big chances. His goal conversion rate is 19%. That is very bad. That is very bad. That is very, very bad. Okay. His penalty goals, 3 out of 4, 75%. Okay, that's decent. No free kick goals. His goals inside the box, 7 out of 27. His goals outside the box, 1 out of 16. He's headed the goal, 1 goal. His left foot is 1. Right foot goal is 3. Not 3. 6. Penalties, 1, 3. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go into the passing and defending and this kind of stuff because, I just don't really feel that's really that relevant for here. But actually, you know what? We need to go look at the passing, actually. Well, let's go look at the passing real quick. But let me go ahead and just give you guys my perspective. That just tells you everything. That Depay isn't clinical in the final third. I think we can understand that right here. And I've been telling this right now, guys. He has not been very good. In fact, he had a single month, I believe, and the month of September, I believe, that he didn't even score an open play goal, I believe. Let's just check this right here. Yeah, he didn't score an open play goal in the month of September. That is very, very worrying indeed. An open play goal. That is not good. Okay. Now, I understand some would say, well, Barcelona were very terrible in the month of September. Yeah, that's true. We only scored 1 goal. We only scored 4 goals in the span of 6 games, 3 of which came in 1 game. I get that. But still, that is still not good enough. That is still not good enough for Depay. And I've been telling this right now, guys. Depay, when it comes, it's like Depay can get everything right except go in the final chance. It's like, imagine you're in a race, right? Imagine you've done all the things, right? Let's say you ran let's say it's a 2-mile thing, and let's say you ran 1.9. You come to the final stride. The finish line is right there. Let's say and the opponent is right there, just breathing behind you. And you're like, you know what? Nah, I'll just take it easy. I'm going to win it, right? Only to realize you're coming second despite leading the race most of the game. That's my issue with Depay, is that he always messes up when it comes time for him to score. Like, most of the time you see him make a pass, or let's say he goes for goal himself and it takes too long to make a shot, or let's say he tries to dribble around the keeper or something like that, and it's just not working. And I've just said this before right now, guys. I think Depay is a great player, but he cannot be your best player. He just cannot be your best player. He isn't that guy, And I know he's been quality for Netherlands. I know he's been great for Netherlands and all. But my thing about this is that Netherlands and club football is very different. And, and now some would argue that Depay, the wingers at Barcelona, is nowhere near the quality of wingers he's having in the Netherlands. You have the likes of, let's just look at one of the Netherlands game, for example. Let me just look at the lineups here. Is nowhere near the likes of Long and Berghuis. And then you obviously have Danjuma that could also come in. You also have Malin as well. He's nowhere near those players are. The players at Barcelona are nowhere near the quality of those players, which is, I guess you could say, somewhat true. But at the end of the day, guys, you still have the wingers to play with, and you still have to. It's not. There's no excuses, because you should be finishing your opportunities. The players do create for you. It's just you haven't finished your opportunities, and that's my issue with Depay in particular. Is that, yes, you can argue that the wingers may need to be doing more for him, but at the end of the day, he's had the chance. You look at the game, for example, against Benfica, for example. He really should have scored in the game. I don't know how he didn't score. And then the game against Villarreal in the first half. How did he not score any of those opportunities in the first half? There were 2 big chances. He missed both of them. And I can understand some players have on and off bad game once in a while, and I can get that. I understand. But he's having this on a regular basis. And despite him scoring the goals, His goal conversion rate, as you could tell right here, guys, 19% is very, very low indeed. So now look at the passes, guys. He's had 2 assists this season, 64.1%, 64.1 touches. His big chance created has been 4. Key passes has been 2.4. Accurate per game, 31.8. 6.7. Accurate on half, accurate opposition, 27.2. Accurate long ball is 0.7. Accurate chip passes 1.5. Accurate crosses 2.1. So I don't know, man. For Depay in particular, man, he's just I just don't think he's ever really been in this position where he has to be the main guy. Because you look at Olympic Lyon, right? He was probably one of Lyon's best players, right? And the fact that he was able to do at Lyon, because let's be real, guys, Lyon is nowhere near the team of Barcelona right now. Even still, Barcelona being this decline, Barcelona is still a bigger club than Lyon, with all due respect to Lyon. So we just have to make this very clear, and that Memphis Depay needs to work on his game. And if he doesn't fix up this game, guys, we could see this very struggling season for us in the goal scoring department. Because for me, those kind of numbers, 14 games, you really should at least have 10 goals minimum. And the fact that 3 of those goals have been penalties has been really, really worrying indeed. So, now here's my overall take, and this is where we end today's video. I personally believe he's still a decent player, and I still think it was great for us to get him. He came on a free. So, but as I said, he does need to improve. And I wouldn't consider him a flop just yet, but I would consider him a disappointment. I think he's been disappointing for us this season, but I think it's a bit harsh to say he's a flop because he's been our top goal scorer for this season. And that's not the issue for us right now, is that we're going to have to accept that he's going to probably be our best player. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I just want to reiterate right here, guys, that Depay is a decent player. He's a great player, but he has to improve upon this game. And hopefully when the second half of the season begins, and hopefully the remainder of this month, December month begins, he can really step up, because this is a player that I really do believe needs to work on his game. He needs to improve. This is a player that we have to rely upon him. He's 27 years old. He's in his peak of his prime, and he has to deliver for us. He has to deliver for us. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Depay will have an amazing second half of the season and really redeem himself, or will he go down as one of the most disappointing players for Barcelona? So that's it for today's video. Remember, guys, to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my description for my other platforms, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.